Hey there and welcome to Scandal Steep. Tyler Perry once pointed out the power wielded by prominent figures like himself, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey, emphasizing that if someone in the industry refuses to conform to their demands, it could mean losing their career. Monique, an Oscar-winning actress and comedian, experienced this firsthand. Her refusal to play the game led to her being sidelined, and what hurt the most was that this betrayal came from people she trusted deeply. Monique has been open about her professional struggles and the industry's attempts to silence her, which shifted from an industry issue to a profoundly personal conflict. One of the most painful episodes for Monique involved Oprah Winfrey inviting her older brother, whom Monique has described as an abuser, onto Oprah's show. Monique alleges that Oprah disregarded her well-being and exploited her family's painful history for ratings. Monique felt manipulated and betrayed, especially since Oprah didn't take the time to discuss this decision with her directly, even after knowing Monique's complicated relationship with her sibling. Monique's refusal to adhere to Hollywood's norms created friction with powerful figures like Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lionsgate. She's been vocal about her feelings, asserting that they mistreated her and manipulated public perception to label her as difficult. This label, according to Monique, was a direct consequence of her unwillingness to comply with demands that felt exploitative and disrespectful to her values. For Monique, this battle is not just professional but deeply personal. She felt hurt by the industry's attempt to marginalize her voice, especially when her refusal to attend the Cannes Film Festival in 2009 for the promotion of Precious was misrepresented. Monique clarifies that she had already fulfilled her contractual obligations and wanted to spend quality time with her family, a decision that led to her being called ungrateful and difficult to work with. Monique eventually confronted Oprah about the strained relationship, explaining that her pain went beyond Hollywood politics. To Monique, it was about a fellow black woman, one she admired, allowing her to be unfairly judged and even undermined. Despite her love and respect for Oprah as a public figure and pioneer, Monique couldn't understand why Oprah seemed indifferent to her struggle. She made numerous attempts to discuss the issue privately with Oprah, but Oprah's unavailability only intensified her frustrations. Monique's grievances also extended to Netflix, where she felt she was offered an unfairly low amount of $500,000 for a comedy special, especially when compared to offers made to other comedians like Amy Schumer. For Monique, accepting such a low offer would mean conforming to a system that she felt undervalued black women, and she couldn't bring herself to do that. This moment marked a turning point in Monique's journey, where she decided to stand up and reject the financial and emotional compromises she felt Hollywood expected from her. In her stand-up routines, Monique doesn't shy away from airing her grievances against the Hollywood elites, especially Oprah and Tyler Perry. Her on-stage expressions of anger and frustration highlight how deep the betrayal runs for her. Some audience members, however, have found these moments unsettling, suggesting that Monique's comedy now leans more toward venting than entertainment. Observers wonder if her approach might be alienating potential supporters rather than building an audience who understands her struggles. Monique's persistence in bringing up her past grievances has led critics to speculate about her motivations. Some say her prolonged anger reflects a deeper need for industry acknowledgement and fair treatment, while others feel that she should move past these experiences to find peace and focus on new opportunities. This prolonged tension raises questions: is Monique's continuous battle with Hollywood a necessary stand against systemic injustice, or is it a sign of unresolved hurt that might be holding her back? Dr. Angela Jones, a social psychologist who has followed Monique's journey, notes that while humor often stems from pain, the art of comedy requires a balance. She suggests that Monique could use her platform to empower herself and her audience rather than emphasizing bitterness. Dr. Jones believes that processing these feelings in a positive way could help Monique transform her past hurts into a legacy that reflects resilience rather than unresolved conflict. Wendy Williams, the well-known talk show host, also weighed in on Monique's public battle with Oprah. Wendy recounted an incident where Oprah invited Monique's estranged family onto her show without Monique's prior knowledge, including the brother who had allegedly abused her. Wendy expressed sympathy, acknowledging that Oprah's actions likely intensified Monique's anger and mistrust toward the industry and those she once viewed as allies. She reflected that Monique's frustration could be valid but suggested that dwelling on it could affect her career in the long run. Williams and other industry commentators agree that if Monique continues to carry these grievances publicly, it might overshadow her talent and prevent her from moving forward. They encourage her to channel her experiences into positive actions that could resonate with audiences while preserving her dignity and strength. In a world where Black women often face unique struggles for recognition, Monique's story resonates deeply. Her situation sheds light on the complex challenges faced by women of color in entertainment, where success often comes at the cost of one's personal boundaries and values. Monique's unwillingness to accept treatment she believes is unfair is a bold stance, but some wonder if the intensity of her public complaints might hinder her ability to reconnect with audiences in a meaningful way. For Monique, it's clear that her journey is one of integrity, self-respect, and a fierce loyalty to her principles. Whether her story will ultimately be seen as a victory for personal conviction or a cautionary tale of the risks of challenging Hollywood's power structure remains uncertain. However, her willingness to speak out, even in the face of potential isolation, demonstrates her commitment to honoring her own truth, regardless of the consequences.